So radical hospitality, is it's become synonymous, although it wasn't intended to, with eliminating the financial barrier to participation in theater. And we really went through, in that same time when I was 22, and sat down and wrote the original mission and the primary objectives upon which Mixed Blood was going to be founded. One of them was to attract a non-traditional audience. And radical hospitality is the 2013 version of what I said in 1976. And the success that it's had and trying to demonetize the theater experience for the user has been fantastic in terms of the composition of the audience has shifted. But what we were finding is we had identified different populations that weren't coming to Mixed Blood either in large enough numbers or at all that we really deemed we would like to have participate in what we do. And so we'd gone out and we'd gotten some funds and said people with disabilities can get in for a lesser price, and Latinos can get in for a special price, and we're going to subsidize people that live in our zip code. And on the block in which Mixed Blood resides, there's 4,000 people live on that block that come from 63 countries and speak 92 languages. And yet the zip code in the city of Minneapolis from which we drew the fewest people was our own, which is not a good sign. And so we had gotten some support to allow people that live in our neighborhood to come to our shows and other shows in the area without charge. And what we found was antithetical to who we were. We were sort of segregating our own audience by these opportunities. We've got special funds for you to come at a discounted rate. We've got special funds for you to come for free. And that was just not who we are or want to be. And so the idea of eliminating the financial barrier, and we did tons of focus groups with leaders in disability communities, with leaders in Latino communities, with our own audience, with artists, with staff, with board, with funders, and just said, what are those barriers? And the top of everybody's list was finances, but there's 100 more, and radical hospitality is just a way of getting rid of barriers to participation in theater as a voice for the unheard, as a means of social change in a number of ways. So it's been breathtaking and heartwarming in how well it's been received and the way the composition of the audience changed so significantly and swiftly. And oddly enough, our financial model, which we really thought of last. We really said, should we do it? What are the ramifications of doing it? How do we do it? Let's do it. And then we figured out how do we pay for it. And it wasn't some opportunistic grant that we said, okay, we're going to grab onto that and then do it. We really said, we're going to change. The model in the American theater is broken. The model at Mixed Blood needs revisiting. What do we do? And radical hospitality is what came out of it. And the way it's rippling across the field of professional theater is not everybody's giving away tickets at other theaters, but they're all asking, how can we change our model to better accomplish what we're going to accomplish? Because in a time when one can see what they want to see, when they want to see it for free on their cell phone or laptop, how do we make a case that you drive through the snow to a particular place at a particular time and plunk down a bunch of money to see what it is we're doing? The landscape has changed dramatically, and we need to respond to that. And this is just one of the ways we did. So as we look at it, our audience is using radical hospitality. So half of the people are coming on a first-come, first-served basis without charge, and over half of the people are under 30, which is unheard of in performing arts organizations around the country. A third of them are people of color. 37% of them have incomes under $25,000. My favorite statistic is that 9% claim that they've never been to a live performance before, and we're really good at capturing data. This isn't conjecture. We survey, and we're getting a 90% return rate on our surveys, which doesn't seem like a lot, but there's so many barriers to the people that we attract to filling out information about themselves. So they're anonymous surveys, but we're really getting comprehensive return on what we're asking. So the data that we're collecting, we believe, has a great deal of credibility and accuracy.